news from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, motion to remove president defeated by the Electoral College. The Met Office announces 3 days of adverse weather. And internationally, the World Health Organization warns that the COVID pandemic will drag on in 2022. And now the news in detail. The motion to remove President Paula May Weeks from office has been defeated by Parliament's Electoral College at a vote of 24 members for, 47 members against, and 10 abstentions. The Electoral College, which are both houses of Parliament meeting together, met at 12:15 this afternoon on the matter, and the first order of proceedings was for a roll call to be taken. Opposition members from the House and the Senate said they were present with protest. Opposition leader Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessar called for a secret vote so that members could make a conscious vote. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Bridget Anisette George, who chaired the proceedings, told the Electoral College that the motion received the support of not less than 1/3 of the members of the House of Representatives, which paved the way for the Electoral College to decide. She raised the question that a tribunal be established to examine the removal of the president, and then called for a vote which required not less than 2/3 of the total Electoral College to be passed. Amid opposition protests, the Speaker called for the vote to continue by means of a count done by the clerk. Opposition members in response started beating their desks in protest. The vote was eventually taken in, which the motion was defeated. In other news, the Met Service of Trinidad and Tobago has advised that a yellow level adverse weather alert that came into effect last night at 11 o'clock is expected to lift at 6 p.m. on Saturday. In a statement, the Met Office said that a tropical wave is expected overnight and into tomorrow, accompanied by the leading edge of a band of relatively strong low-level winds. There is a high potential, that's 80% for gusty winds in excess of 55 kilometers per hour, to accompany intermittent brisk showers and isolated thunderstorms. Street flooding is likely in heavy downpours. Seas can become agitated, especially in the vicinity of heavy showers and or thunderstorms. People are advised to secure loose items and livestock outdoors. In more news, the Trinidad and Tobago Met Service is warning of an increase in concentration of the Saharan dust. The Met Office said in an update today that satellite imagery shows the presence of dust particles in the atmosphere. It noted a plume of Saharan dust of significant concentrations is present across Trinidad and Tobago, the red box, and the eastern Caribbean islands as seen in the image. The Met Office said current analysis suggests that this dust episode will persist in fluctuating concentrations until Saturday. Anyone with health issues is urged to take precautions and keep medication handy. International news, another senior World Health Organization official has warned that a lack of COVID vaccines could see the pandemic continue well into next year. Dr. Bruce Aliward, a senior leader at the WHO, said failure to provide poorer countries with enough vaccines was highlighted earlier by the WHO and said it meant the COVID crisis could easily drag on deep into 2022. Dr. Aliward appealed to wealthy countries to give up their places in the line for vaccines so that pharmaceutical companies can prioritize the lowest income countries instead. The alliance, which includes Oxfam and UNAIDS, also criticized Canada and the UK for procuring vaccines for their own populations via COVAX. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, motion to remove the president defeated by the Electoral College. The Met Office announces 3 days of adverse weather. And internationally, the World Health Organization warns that the COVID pandemic will drag on in 2022. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas.